Assalamualaikum Wr Wb. Welcome to Ayana's vlog again. Oh, today is not vlog, but maybe the title will be unboxing buku Ayana oleh Ayana. Wow. Because actually I launched my book this March.
Apa kabar Ayana? Alhamdulillah. Oke.
But I couldn't do any event after my launching event because of coronavirus. So today I'm gonna make some video about my book because there are many people who ask about my book, and also some people ask me to give away my book. So inshallah I will do. I'm actually autograph seeker, so if I can meet the writer, then I just try to get autograph from them. So I just brought two books. I just wanna show how I love the books. Anyway, I just got autograph like that. He is the former finance minister, and then now he's handling one of the biggest party in Korea. And then this one written by the former mayor of Seoul Metropolitan City. And then I also got this autograph like this. So that's why I try to give the book with my signature, because I also meet many people who love reading books, and I also give them like an unforgettable memory as well. So if you guys meet me in the mall or somewhere, don't hesitate, just ask me to give an autograph on your book, okay? And this is my book, my first book, Ayana Journey to Islam. This is me. This Ayana is wearing the baju from Gerai Safa. The owner is very nice. At that time, I just call her that like, Mbak Yani, aku mau pakai Gerai Safa untuk buku saya. And then Mbak Yani just sent me the baju, and then she sponsor, and then she always help whatever I do. So I just wanna say thank you to Mbak Yani. And also, actually we already finished the pre-order. So if the people who already joined the pre-order maybe already got this postcard and my bookmark. At that time, I signed on this postcard in Gramedia building, and then I signed on more than 2,000 postcards there. So after that I couldn't use my arm. This one is my bookmark. You can use my bookmark like this. This is how we use the bookmark. I'm not sure whether you guys can get this postcard and bookmark, because this one is only for the people who join pre-order. But as my YouTube channel just hit 260,000 subscribers, maybe I will do giveaway, and then I will sign on my book here, and inshallah I'm gonna send some winners. And today I'm gonna talk about my book. Actually, my first book, Ayana Journey to Islam, is about my journey to Islam. If you see the book, it's about Jihe, my childhood, and then how and why and when I knew about Islam. And there are some pictures as well. And second chapter is mengenal Islam. So I just wrote how I knew about Islam, and then how I studied and learned about Islam by myself. This is how I studied Islam before I converted to Islam. I usually went to masjid, and then I took some lecture before I converted to Islam. So at that time I didn't wear hijab, of course. And chapter 3, menjadi Ayana, because Ayana is my Islamic name. So this part is about how I converted, why I decided for hijrah. This one also, yeah, about like how and why I chose Islam. And then there are actually stories about some people who inspired and helped me. And this is how I stayed in Malaysia, because when I was in Malaysia I was so miskin. So maybe you guys also know how miskin I was at the time. Fifth chapter is Rencana Allah. Actually, I was from quite a good family. My parents could do everything for me. They could pay everything. But once I decide to convert to Islam and then decide to move to Malaysia, at the time I was very miskin because my parents didn't want to support me because I just want to study about my religion and then just move to Indonesia and Malaysia. And actually they have some prejudice about the country and religion as well. So I earn money by myself, I save by myself, and then I just came to Malaysia. But actually the money was not that enough, but I didn't know that before I came to Malaysia. But anyway, now I became stable, so I thought it's all about the plan of Allah. So I mentioned those things in 5th chapter. 6th chapter is perjalanan masih berlanjut. I'm still alive, even I already published my book. So I just talk how I'm staying in Korea, in Malaysia, in Indonesia, how I do my religious activities, and then what I wanna be and what I wanna do in the future. So we just named like that. It was my first umrah, so if you guys want, maybe you guys also know what I did and how I felt when I performed my first umrah as well. The book is very thin because I'm still 24 years old. And also this book is all about my journey to Islam, not about my study or thing, my career. So that's why the book is thin. But as many people ask me why I choose Islam, and then also about my life, I decide to write my book. And also all of proceeds from my book will be donated, and then I also donated around 50 juta rupiah to Rangganis in Jawa Barat. That's all about my book. And then I asked my followers and subscribers to ask some questions to me, so I summarized, and then there will be Q&A section from now on.
When and how did you know Islam?
When I was in elementary school, I think I was 7 years old. At the time I knew about Islam because of Iraq war. It was really shocking because it was war. So all people in Korea were talking about Iraq war, and also especially my parents and my family members talk about it, and also their religion as well. So at the time I just searched about Islam. I was wondering why they pray 5 times and why they don't eat pork, and why they cover their aura, why they wear hijab and then don't show their hair or things. But there was no information about Islam even still now. So at that time I opened Google, but the problem was I couldn't speak English. So I just browsed the dictionary, and then I opened and I just check Iraq, Islam, and then I just type Iraq, Islam. And that's why I could know about Islam, the meaning of Islam. So after that, I decided to learn about some Middle East cultures and Islamic culture as well, because it was really fascinating and it was really rare in Korea, even now. So I just bought some books and also started to watch some documentaries. And I just realized that everything in Middle East about their custom, culture, laws, economics, everything come from Islam. So I just decided to know about Islam deeply. So I studied Islam during my elementary, middle, and high school years. And when I was in high school, I decided to convert to Islam.
What made you convert to Islam?
Well, when I was in high school, actually most of Korean students study really hard, and I was also under pressure and academic stress as well. But whenever I go to masjid and Muslim sisters and brothers and Uncle Amin, I feel so peaceful, and also I just learn from them about Islamic culture and religion, and I also saw how they live as a Muslim. So I really enjoyed the moment because mostly I just study but at the time it was the only time that I could relieve my stress. So one day I thought I also want to belong to their community. So it was actually one of the reasons that I converted.
What's the difference before and after you converted?
Maybe my personality, because I was from just good family, like my parents loved me a lot, and then they paid, and then they did everything for me. And then I was also a good student, I had many friends, so sometimes I was a bit sombong, and sometimes I didn't feel appreciated. I thought it was natural thing that I deserve it. But after I convert to Islam, I start to appreciate, and also I start to accept many things and open my heart to many things. Because before this, I think I used to belong to majority group, but now sometimes I'm in minority group because of my religion. So I met many various people. Sometimes I meet poor people, and then who cannot finish their study as well. And also sometimes I face too many bad prejudice about Islam as a Korean Muslim. So I think my personality changed a lot.
Who did inspire you?
Well, actually I studied and decided to convert to Islam by myself. But actually there were many people who helped me, like Uncle Amin and other Muslim sister, Sister Shukriya, Sister Nura, and Kak Farah as well. They are already Muslim at that time, but they've never forced me to convert to Islam. And then they also shared quite a realistic concerns after they convert to Islam. So they also told me you cannot eat pork, you cannot drink, and then you have to be careful of many things from haram. And also they share how to overcome it. At the time I had some prejudice about Islam, even I knew about Islam better than other friends. But after I met them, I also realized that, oh my god, I was also same person like others. Because I thought they would be they're quite harsh, and then they also forced me to their religion, but actually they were really free, and then they even didn't care about my religion. And then they also told me that, oh, if you don't want, you don't need to convert, just be yourself, just follow your heart. The way they do da'wah is very peaceful. They never force their religion, but they try to people understand their religion. I think the way they da'wah to others and also the way they treat other people inspire me a lot. And also Kak Farah was my only family at that time, maybe because I was really miskin. As I mentioned, when I moved to Malaysia, my parents didn't help me, and also I earn and save money by myself. So when I left my school, I just told Farah that I have no place to stay. And at the time I was staying in the guest house, very small guest house. So at the time just Farah asked me to stay with her. So I spent almost a year with her. So they inspired me as Muslim sisters and brothers.
How have you overcome your difficulties or differences or prejudice?
I think at the time I prayed really hard, and then I worked really hard. I was alone there, and then I realized that there is no one who can help me, like family I mean, because Farah helped me a lot, but Farah has a daughter, and then Farah has her own life. I cannot just depend on her, right? I have to be myself, and then I have to find my own job. So I just worked really hard, and also I didn't miss Salat. I pray hard. That's why I could overcome that moment, because even I was alone, I always think I'm not alone because I'm with Allah.
then what brought you to write your book?
I realized that I'm mualaf, but I also realized that I can inspire many people, even non-Muslim as well. Because sometimes non-Muslim easily forget what they got from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But sometimes they DM and they email me, "Oh Ayana, because of you, I also realized that I got many things because of Allah." So that's why I decided to write my book. And also I'm the one who love reading. Actually these days many people love watching YouTube channel or Instagram, SNS. But yeah, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I still prefer to read something. So, and also I love writing. So maybe you guys can see my writing on my IG story or things. I sometimes write and I really love. So book is the method, the way that I communicate with people. And also book can be very good method to donate somewhere, because as I mentioned, all of profit of mine from my book will be donated. And then I also already donate 50 juta rupiah to Rangganis in Jawa Barat to help cancer patients, because they can read my story. And at the same time, they also can donate their money by buying my book. So that's why I chose the book as the method to communicate with people. So this is all. Thank you for watching my unboxing buku Ayana oleh Ayana. And also inshallah I will make some event when my YouTube channel hit 300,000 subscribers and 500,000 subscribers inshallah. So don't forget to subscribe my channel, and then if you have any question or things, just leave the comment. Thank you. Masalama.